Tell you what, he gets double points for a politician doing under 10 minutes. Thank you very much, Malcolm. All right, now what we're going to do is introduce you to another clip. You did get introduced to him last night. He won an award for Best Documentary, a man who needs no introduction. You all know who he is, Stu Peters.
Well, good evening, and thank you for allowing me some time to speak to this audience. Wow, what a humbling invitation. Thank you to Jamie McIntyre for inviting me to be there. God, I wish I could be there in person. There is no doubt that we would all be having a much better time if I were there in person. So thank you to Jamie McIntyre and for the work that you're doing and your entire team. I think that we should all honor the Australia National Review for the extremely critically important work that they're doing in these difficult times. Believe me, I know firsthand how difficult it can be. I know what a challenge it is every day. I know that virtually every day it seems like you're on an island taking arrows from humanity's common enemy. And I know that the people for whom you are taking those chinks to your armor don't quite yet fully understand the full breadth of the war that we're in. They don't understand all of the intricacies and all of the weedy details about how entrenched our enemy really is and the imminent threat that they pose to our future, to our countries, to our children. You do understand, and so thank you. One day, all of humanity will tip their hat like I'm doing now. All of humanity will honor the Australian National Review and your entire team, Jamie, for the work that you're doing right now in these consequential times. Probably the most pivotal, most consequential, most important times in human history. We stand at the edge virtually every day, allowing ourselves to be completely subjugated and destroyed, as well as, though, on the edge of finally standing up, finally setting ourselves free. It's not a secret to anyone that's there in person or anyone viewing virtually that a strange, pedophilic, usurious, subversive cabal has sunk its teeth into all of our countries, with tentacles that stretch out like an octopus, ensnaring the entire world from its home base in the stolen land that they call Israel. But you know what? Suddenly, it's not a secret to a whole lot of other people. All glory to God, we are in the middle of a great global awakening. For the first time in our entire lives, people are talking about these issues in public. They're doing their own research. They're discussing their findings because they have watched their entire lives as country after country, government after government have been taken control of across the civilized world, especially the Anglo-Saxon West, and our people have been backed into a corner. They have been taken advantage of. They have been robbed. They have been raped. They have been tortured. They have been abused, and they have been murdered. And finally, a lot of them are deciding, you know what, we've had enough. You can look at our governments right now. You can see that they're not interested in serving us. No, they're interested in serving foreign parasites solely. So these people want to silence us. They want to shut us down, install an AI super surveillance state, and throw us in prison for wrongthink. I mean, this was once the plot of science fiction movies, but now we're reaching a point where this is the plot of reality. And because of all of that, there has been a lot of discussion about what the best answer for all of this really is, and that's pretty simple. The best answer is not giving these demons power over us, power over our country. The ability to govern stems only from the consent of the governed. And we don't consent to this shit. We never have, and we never will. These people, the only power that they have over us are the powers that we give to them. The powers that we hand them on a silver platter. Usually after some kind of a manufactured crisis. Think back to the days after 9/11. In this country, Americans were charging, they were storming recruiting stations. They couldn't wait to put on a uniform and go fight and die for their country. Americans were lining up, putting their hands over their hearts. They were begging this illegitimate, demonically oppressed, pedophilic government to allow them to give up their civil liberties. Yeah, spy on me. Do whatever you have to do. Send my sons to go and die because of a threat that they perceived rushing upon their life by some caveman on the other side of the world. So yes, our people have allowed this to happen, and we can't allow it to happen anymore. We have to push back. We have to declare war. We have to wage war. A war of truth, a war of disobedience, a war ultimately for our dignity, for our survival on this earth, for the survival of our children and the generations that will come after them. And independent media like myself and those of you gathered there in person, we have an extremely important role to play in all of this, and we should take that very seriously. We are the messengers. We're the leaders. We're leading audiences. Large groups of people who take what we say very seriously and rely on us to cut through the bullshit and give them accurate information, to give them the truth. All glory to God. We are waking people up. Millions of people. We don't have corporate ad sponsors. We don't have boards of directors and Jewish CEOs. Our mission and our duty is to search for and deliver the truth. No matter how unpleasant, no matter how disgusting and ugly, no matter how dangerous that truth might be. We don't have an AIPAC guy. We don't have a little Jew man over there in the corner grubbing his hands and telling us what to say or do. We don't get our talking points from the Trump administration or from the RNC or the GOP or the DNC or anyone else. We are only beholden to two things, to God and to the truth. And the truth is, our governments all over the world, not just in the United States, not just in Australia, all over the place, are disgusting and corrupt, depraved cesspits full of child trafficking pedophiles. And they'll use the power of the state to protect their criminal enterprise at all costs. And they have an army of people, most of whom are also compromised pedophiles who are ready, willing, and able to run cover for them. We just saw this with Donald Trump covering up the Epstein files on behalf of his Israeli bosses. We all know who Jeffrey Epstein was working for. Jeffrey Epstein was a Jew, and he was working on behalf of Israel. Everybody knows it. Trump knows it, Bondi knows it, Congress knows it, the corporate media know it. And they're all in on it. Every single one of them. They don't care about the truth. They care about protecting the system that they serve, the system that serves them. Even just 20 years ago or so, you could find a decent reporter here and there. One of the big papers, one of the big news networks. Now, that's impossible. These people are the heart of the beast. They're compromised. They're owned. The media is occupied. Each and every one of them. Just look at Fox News. They served as the propaganda arm of Trump's attack on Iran. And a whole lot more than that, by the way. But just a few weeks ago, Fox News was calling U.S. foreign policy moves before they ever happened. How does that happen? They were reading national defense documents and intelligence reports on live TV. And that shouldn't surprise anyone, because Fox News is basically the farm system of the Trump White House. They swap personnel like CNN and the Biden regime. Just think about it, because you see, all of these people have a role to play. They're all actors in the theatrical presentation, liberal or conservative, Fox or CNN, Democrat or Republican, red or blue, conservative or liberal. They're all actors. Pete Hegseth, Dan Bongino, Pam Bondi, Leo Terrell, Monica Crowley, all of these people were on Fox News for years, for decades, and now they're high-ranking members of the United States government under Donald Trump. And they're all working together, believe you me, with their colleagues at Fox and with their colleagues all across government and media to serve that beast in any way possible, to do what's best for the synagogue of Satan. Be it attacking Iran, protecting pedophiles, silencing noticers, silencing truth seekers. These people are taking orders directly from Satan himself, directly from Rothschild Boulevard in Tel Aviv. They're taking orders directly from Benjamin Netanyahu and whatever Jew is pulling his strings behind the scenes. And right now, they're working overtime to stop the noticing. They're working overtime to put a lid on the Epstein story, to shut us down if we have questions about why the hell Israel is butchering kids, raping and murdering families all across Gaza, why our tax dollars are paying for it as our border is invaded by third world savages, human walking bioweapons. The censorship regime has been kicked into overdrive since the dawn of the scamdemic. It's gotten worse every year because people have allowed it to. But we're making a difference. We are smashing the Overton window. We're bringing the truth to the people. And that's why it's so important that we never stop pushing, that we never shut up. That's what they want us to do. That's what they want to use the power of the state to make us do, and it's not going to happen. We don't work for the Jew. The corporate media, global governments, they both fall under the same parent company. A parent company that we're not a part of. The banks. The Jew. Israel. Greater Israel. That's who they work for worldwide. And we don't. And we never will. All glory to God, we are on the cusp of a glorious victory. A total victory for all of mankind, for all of humanity, a total victory for our children, a total victory for Jesus Christ over the synagogue of Satan. They want destruction. They want dead kids. They want war. They want misery and starvation and genocide and ethnic cleansing so that society will collapse and they can rule over the ashes from their beachfront properties in Tel Aviv or from Trump Gaza. So we have to root them out and take them from their seats of power. We have to expel them from our countries. We have to seize back control of our own destiny. We have to defeat these people. And because we have to defeat them, we will defeat them. We're on the side of truth. We are on the side of Jesus Christ. And in the end, we win. Thank you very much. God bless you.